Hey BionicDance, this is Gadget the Layman Atheist with some thoughts on your is morality an emotion? First of all, let me apologize. I am a noob, so watching this may be a little painful. Just bear with me and I'll try to make it work. First off, let me say that probably on about 99% of what you said, I absolutely agree with. Completely subjective. And the closest we may ever get to what could be considered an objective morality is in the case of murder, killing, etc. Now, I'm not entirely sure I would actually invest in morality necessarily not being an emotion, or at least being driven by emotions. But here's where I may deviate, and this is sort of my general stance on what morals may be. A lot of my thoughts related to it is morals being related to the drive to survive and reproduce. Most morals that we develop tend to nurture traits that help us survive. A lot of this is really Darwinian in many ways. I think in a lot of ways, the way morals work is more along the lines of how you develop a belief, or assert a value to different variables of your observations. It's sort of like a switchboard. As you grow up, you are exposed to certain experiences that shape who you are and shape what different things you value and how much you value them. And I think when you think of actual morality, that's actually sort of what we're talking about, is the values you place on different variables in a moral dilemma, as minute the dilemma may be. And the emotions that encourage you to act on those variables, well, I mean, that's that's the emotions. That's the being offended if something contradicts what you have come to value in that situation. Like, take something like bullfighting, for instance. People who were not raised in a culture that involved bullfighting, they might find the treatment of the bull offensive. And obviously, like Mexican culture, bullfighting is just part of the tradition and may not be found offensive. I think the magic word when it comes to the emotions related to morals is being offended. I think the key word related to the emotions tied to your subset of morals, your subsets of variables and values to those variables of the specifics of a moral dilemma, is being offended, because the feelings you feel related to something contradicting the values you have adopted or placed in those variables can fairly be summed up in being offended. It's a discomfort. It's angering, and sometimes it's depressing, and sometimes it's usually a negative emotion is related, because that is part of your drive, is to observe the patterns in those variables, and once you place those values on those variables, you have an investment in them. Like if you're watching a movie or playing a video game, one of the key aspects in a video game is you have to have a character that you care about, and any video game that's worth its weight in gold is will quickly make you care about the character. And the way they do that is to have that character have values that are beneficial or admirable, or just cool in general. But as far as those initial reflections on the relationship between morality and emotion, I would say specifically what we would probably define as morals is not necessarily the emotions that you feel related to those morals or subsets of values placed on variables being violated. So anywho, yeah, that's my swing at it. Please feel free to hit me back and tell me where I'm wrong, because that's half the fun. So anywho, talk to you later. Bye.